walk to the bathroom. My fucking bathroom, like they have the big walk-in shower and no door, right? So it's all open. My bathroom has fucking 2 inches of water on the floor. Welcome back to another episode of Generation Gap. For those that don't know who we are, we didn't really introduce ourselves, but I'm Jake. I'm the son. You want to introduce yourself?
No, I guess so. And I'm John. I'm the dad.
Clearly. I guess we didn't really have to say son and father, but our podcast, we just released or published our first podcast actually last night. We had some technical difficulties, but so we're actually filming this the day after, but you guys are going to be seeing this on Saturday. So I just want to tell you guys I appreciate all the support that we're getting. Even on our first video, we got a ton of support. People we had some technical difficulties, and people were confused and worried that they missed the podcast. So just to clear that up, we don't do it live. Obviously, we have it recorded, and we're going to be posting every Saturday. And now we don't have a specific time on Saturday, but every Saturday is going to be a new podcast. And this is obviously episode 2. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this big journey that ahead of us.
It's like way different for me, like,
right?
Yeah,
you never had anything like this, right? So it's all new, and it's new to me too. I mean, obviously, technology is. I'm okay with technology, but I've never done a podcast, never been on a podcast. Watch a lot of them.
Yeah.
I tell you, I watch a shit ton of them, but I don't.
I know that. I know that.
So,
but yeah, I mean, we're working all the kinks out, and we're always, after you record it and you watch it, you find certain things that you got to change, or maybe you should do or not do. So it's gonna be a learning process, and I just hope it's entertaining for everybody. That's all I'm after, is something to do with you, my son, and
you're shaking the table.
And maybe have some entertainment for people.
Yeah, and like you said, it's a great bonding experience for the both of us. And I feel like we were always trying to find something to bond over, right? Like, unfortunately, I'm not into his music as much as you are, and then there was stuff that I liked that you didn't like, and then we kind of joined together and had like a chess moment for a moment there years back. But
yeah, I love playing chess with you, but you're just too damn fucking good. Like, you beat me all the time.
I know, and it's so weird for me because
then it's no fun for me.
Yeah, I know how that feels, because I've lost extremely bad at some things, but chess is just natural. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what you got, where you got it from, but maybe your mom or her side, because you're really good at chess. You didn't get it from me, because I'm no good at it.
So if there's any chess players out there, comment down below, and maybe meet up and have a fucking
did they have like an online chess? Like, can you play somebody chess online, like that's in a different country or something?
100% you probably could.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't know any apps or websites or anything, but I'm sure there's almost probably 100% you probably could. Yeah,
I would think for sure. With today's technology, for sure.
So why not? It is December 1st. 24 days till Christmas.
Oh yeah, Saint Nick's coming.
Yes, we got our Christmas tree.
Looks nice, eh?
It does look nice. I was a little worried, excuse me, because when you guys first brought it in, and I saw it sitting there, standing up or whatever, it looked a little bare.
Oh yeah, that's because it was all wrapped up. You got to let it time to settle, and all the branches come down to where they're supposed to come down, right? So. Well,
and then you add decorations and.
Yeah, it's not fully decorated yet either.
Yeah. It's got some lights on it, but that's about it. So.
Yeah.
What do you look forward most for Christmas? Is it? I know it's obviously probably not the gifts. That's probably the least amount that you're excited for. But is it like the family thing, or is it
of course,
the kind of nostalgic feel of Christmas? Like, when that time comes around, it's just this certain feeling that everybody gets.
Yeah, you're right on both counts there. For me, it's getting the family together and trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Like, almost reenact or re-feel like the sensations or the feelings you had when you were a kid, when you were Christmas, those the excitement, or like there's nothing better. I don't care how old you are, if you're into Christmas, there's nothing better than waking up Christmas morning and looking outside, and there's a fresh snowfall and your lights are on, and and it's just awesome.
Yeah, I feel like there's two Christmas separates people into two groups. Like one they absolutely fucking hate Christmas, and then the other is just overblown fucking start Christmas shopping in fucking April.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not for the whole commercial part of it. Like, I do think it's like way over commercialized for sure. I like it because it forces families to get together. You know, if you get to have your family together and have family time, and nobody, you know, all the businesses shut down, and that's what I really like about it. Yeah, it's nice to get a nice gift and be thought of and stuff like that. But for me, it's never been that. It's just getting the family together, because, you know, growing up, I never really had a close family. So for me, it's very important.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think family is the most important thing, in maybe in like life itself. Like, if you don't have family, that it starts off rough from there. You know what I mean? It's hard it's hard to find your way. I feel so bad for these folks that you know, Christmas Day comes around and they're by themselves. Yeah.
Like, oh my. Like, I just couldn't. I don't know how you can deal with it. Like, it's.
Well, maybe they don't.
Yeah, maybe they don't. I mean,
look like it, but they probably don't deal with it, which is unfortunate.
I mean, that's why they started having movie theaters open Christmas Day, so those people that didn't have family to spend it with had somewhere to go and watch the movies. It's a great idea, right?
It is, but I mean, it's also sad. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, it's a good idea, but like I said, it's.
But now with this COVID, I don't know how much stuff's going to be open. As far, are movie theaters even open right now? Do you know?
Last time I heard, they were, but then again, I don't. Who knows? Like, I think they are.
If they are, they're like seating people. They're probably selling every other seat or something.
Every other seat, or every fucking 4 seats.
Yeah, something like that, right?
6 feet, right?
Social distancing.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so if there's people that are, there probably is people tuning in from kind of all over, but we're in Canada, we're in Ontario, so Brighton, Ontario. So we're in like a good zone. Like, we're green, I'm guessing, but there's places around us like Toronto. Toronto is red, right? Or are they orange still?
They're
like severe red.
Yeah, they're in the lockdown thing.
Like Ant Flow red.
Yeah, they're
Ant Flow red.
Unfortunately, those guys out there, they're locked down. Like, it's so crazy right now, the world we live in. Like, I
know it's what is it coming to, and it's scary to think about, and how people can kind of just take over and control your life, basically, like cut away your freedom, basically. Like, that's what, like, for Canada, that was like a whole fucking, the stigma for Canada is like free, right? You're free, but I bet you in like 4 months from now, it's gonna be like very limited. Like, if the shit they're saying is true and it's actually gonna be coming to fruition, then it's a very scary scene. Like,
it's gonna be interesting.
The video you were talking about with the military coming in and stuff like that, it's scary. Durham is red too, right?
Yeah. I bet you it won't take long to get out this way. It's just it's very hard to contain something like that spreads the way it does, and you just can't control people enough to stop it. I mean, eventually, you know, like, it's going to get worse before it gets better, because unfortunately, yes, they have to keep certain things open to keep the economy going, and that, well, when you do that, unfortunately, you know, people working in certain places are coming from different places to get to their job. They might be coming from a red zone into a green zone to work. So now it's, if they happen to have it and they don't know it and they're bringing it in, like, that's how it spreads, right? Like,
yeah,
it's
that's true.
It's a tough one. My opinion, I would say either close everything down or don't close anything down, because I really don't understand why small businesses are having to close down, as long as they're following the rules that the bigger ones are following. Wear a mask, social distancing. You would think logically that you're more apt to catch something at a bigger store with a lot of people in it than you are in a smaller store with less people in it, right?
Yeah.
So, and let those people make their living with their small businesses, I think.
Yeah, the whole situation is fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest with you, I don't really want to continue with COVID because we did touch upon that on our very first one that's not published yet. So you guys didn't see anything about COVID, but
I'm so
I
sick
feel,
of it. Yeah.
I feel like everybody's sick of it, and they don't want to hear us talk about COVID. Like,
Talk enough about it all day.
well, and I feel like a podcast or any kind of video like this or YouTube video, or when people go to work 5 days a week, 8 hours, 10 hours a day, they come home and they want to what's the word I'm thinking of?
De-stress.
Like, de-stress, yeah. And what do you got? What do most people do to de-stress? Is watch TV, right? But
Yep.
now we have YouTube, so I feel like this is going to be a good way for people to de-stress.
Sure.
So
Sure.
we're gonna try to de-stress them by talking about COVID. It doesn't really make sense. So, but I did want to ask you a couple questions about dating.
Uh-oh.
Not any advice. I'm not.
Really?
I'm not looking for advice.
I got
no.
tons of advice for you.
Well, that's the thing. I've heard your advice.
Yeah?
Yeah. And,
It worked out good for you?
I don't want to fucking hear it again.
Come on.
And that's why I wanted to talk to you about dating, because it is so much different than it was.
You guys don't even call it dating now, do you?
Well,
What do you call it when you go,
what's your definition of dating?
well,
Boyfriend, girlfriend?
no, like say if you're going out for dinner or wherever with a girl
It's a date.
more than once,
Oh, okay.
I would call that dating. Or once is a date, yeah. But dating would be like more than once, 2 or 3 times you've seen the same person and you're doing stuff together. I would call that dating. I don't know.
And you just said it. You said 2 or more times you're seeing the same person. That's what we call it. We call it seeing.
Seeing somebody?
I'm seeing this person. So there's no like limitations. There's no like, it's still a free range. Like if I want to go fuck somebody else, I could, stuff like that. But then on the flip side, if you have that mentality, so can the other person.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
So we call it seeing. I don't know if like a lot of like, I'm guessing that's the same thing. Just because I'm saying it, it's not just my opinion. I feel like it's everybody's opinion that's around my age. But yeah, seeing, dating, it's like a title. But I think that's why it's so, like not so common now to use the word dating, is because people are afraid of that title.
You guys are so like loosey goosey with it now, eh? Like,
Well, why does it have to, like, why do I have to go on 2 to 3 dates and then I'm held down by this chick while we're seeing each other?
well, it's you won't have to look at it that like if you really like that person, it's not like being held down by that person. You actually want to spend time with that person.
No, I get that,
You
but
just maybe haven't found that yet.
that could be true. I've
You know. Like,
been through the ringer. I feel like
Yeah,
with fucking
well,
females.
it'll happen.
I'm just gonna turn gay.
It'll happen. Somebody will come along. Like when you least expect it, that's when it shows up.
Well, yeah,
Somebody shows
that's what they
up.
say. But yeah, so back then you didn't have this Facebook, fucking Instagram,
No.
text.
You know what? And we would actually ask a girl if they wanted to go out. Like, do you want to go out with me? And if she said yes,
That's
then,
cringy as fuck.
then you were boyfriend and girlfriend.
How old were you when you were saying this?
This is like,
Out of high school?
no, before high school. Like probably in high school.
You want to go out with me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cringy.
And yes, and no social media, no phone. So you had to do it face to face.
Well, I think that is still kind of the same, because there is certain type of people that are okay with it, but also I think the majority of people, especially females, because it's usually the guy taking the action, right, saying,
Yeah.
do you want to go out or whatever, but they still don't like that. They won't want someone to ask them out over text or social media or whatever.
They want it face to face.
Yeah.
That's good.
Imagine it gets to the point, and I wouldn't be surprised and wouldn't doubt it if it would get to this point, but people asking people to marry them through text.
Oh, that's no good. Yeah, that's no good.
I could somebody has probably done it.
I wouldn't doubt it. Do you know anybody that's broken off with somebody from a text?
Oh,
That's not good either.
I think a lot of people do that.
Really?
Yeah, I can't say that I personally have, but I think the process leading up to the breakup was through text, if that makes sense. It was like fight through text,
And then finally,
and then it was like we saw each other in person. It was like, yeah, let's.
oh, I can understand that. Your argument was text, but your final
decision
was person.
Yeah, it was in person.
That's reasonable. So what advice did you want for dating? What do you want to know?
I don't want advice. I said.
What would you like to know?
I don't want to know. I just want to get you to tell me how different it was, and I'll tell you how it is nowadays. But like we said, you had to actually go up to people, but now it's so much easier for people to communicate with other people.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like it is good and bad. It's good because it's easier. You don't have to walk to somebody or try to find time when they're available or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But there's also, I think it puts people in like their own little zone where it creates socially awkward people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being able to text people through Instagram, Facebook, or text message itself, I think it creates a lot of people who get socially awkward. And then I think that's what develops people that are weirdos, creepers.
Well, you don't get to learn the social skills of talking to people and stuff, right?
And I think it's also the same with people growing up with video games. But then again, you do communicate online with a headset and a mic.
But you're not face to face with somebody. It's just a voice,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
It would be like no different than if somebody was stranded somewhere by themselves for like a year or more, not being able to talk to anybody. You kind of go a little bit bonkers and you lose your social abilities and you get anxiety. You know, once you got rescued and you see all these people, I imagine you would be a little freaked out, right?
Yeah.
You go from talking to coconuts to talking to real freaking people.
Yeah, it's not the norm, yeah.
So, I mean, that's probably the same kind of a thing. Somebody that uses texts and social media all the time and then never communicates person to person, it's got to be tough. Right?
Yeah. And like I said, it creates a lot of... See, my thing is like I would... See, here's the thing. And I think this is what... It's fucked up. Nowadays it's fucked up, and it could be fucked up back in your day too, but when you go to a bar or a club, like you guys had to do...
Yeah.
And you tried to talk to another female...
Ooh.
It's a no, right? They think
Hard.
you're weird.
Yeah, well, they're all hanging out in packs too, groups.
Well, and that's the thing. You go up like, how's your night? And they think you're fucking a weirdo. It's the same thing when you message. I feel like you have to be in like a little clique or know somebody that's in a clique in order to have a conversation with people nowadays.
Yeah.
Because if you message someone, especially nowadays, and it's a female and you're a male, and you say, hey, how's your day? Whatever. Hey, whatever. They think it's weird. They think you're there to fuck.
Oh, really?
Right? Yeah. They think you're there to get a chance. They don't really think that you're there to actually get to know them. And that's the thing. And then a lot of girls are like, well, get to know me before we hang out. It's like, you don't fucking let me because you think I'm a creep or, like, not me, but people in general. It sounds like I'm fucking spitting my own, like, my thoughts and getting my anger out. But no, like, I've had experiences like that where girls get weirded out, but it's like...
Oh, yeah, everybody does.
What the fuck? Like,
that's the same.
But it's the total opposite. If a girl misses a guy, you're like, yeah.
We had that stuff back in our day, too. Like, I had this one experience, and it was so embarrassing, okay? High school. I'm in the hallway, and I can't remember who I was standing with. I'm at my locker, getting my books out, and down, I don't know, maybe 10, 20 feet away, really popular girl, good looking, right? And she turns around and she's waving. And she's like, hey. And I thought, oh my God, she's waving at me. So I go, hey. And then all of a sudden her friend walks by me. She was waving at her friend. She wasn't,
my God.
How embarrassing,
That is,
right?
That's awkward.
And it doesn't end there. We used to go to this Red Barn back in the day. It was like a dance for teens, whatever, right? No drinking there or nothing, but we used to. They didn't know. We'd sneak it in or whatever. But anyways, go to the Red Barn, this dance, and I was waiting for this one girl to be free to ask her to dance. You know, she's pretty popular or not. So finally, she's standing there alone. Here's my chance, right? I go walk up, I tap her on the shoulder, as she's turning around, I say, "Hey, would you like to dance?" And she turns around and she's friggin' bawling. Tears are flowing down her face. She's friggin' her boyfriend had just broken up with her or something that I didn't even know.
God.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
Damn.
Now tell me that's not bad,
Yeah, that is bad.
right?
But I mean, you didn't know, so.
I didn't know, but I felt so bad. Like Jesus, There's- right? I mean, that's pretty bad.
There's no worse time than for her to turn around and she's
Yeah.
just fucking bald.
I mean, you see that kind of stuff in a fucking movie.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That was like pretty bad. But I got over it. You get over it. Doesn't matter.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't really hold on to that.
Nah. Stuff like that happened. It happened back then. It'll happen now. That's just how it goes. Like, you'll find somebody for sure.
Well, I'm personally not worried. I'm just saying.
You're not even looking hard, so.
Well, fuck. Why do I
Why?
need to?
No, you don't.
I've looked hard my whole life.
Yeah.
It's fucking my time to
Yeah.
sit back and you.
Yeah. Yeah, eh?
Yeah. So if there's any girls that are out there, and you're single,
Yeah. Please help my son out.
yeah.
Go out on a date with him. Or maybe they don't call it a date. You guys have all these code words. Like, I never heard of this one before till a couple of years ago. Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what you tell your parents. Oh, we're just going to go Netflix and chill. And really, it means
Netflix and
bang.
yeah.
Hey.
More like Netflix and heat the fuck up.
Jesus
No
Christ.
chill going on there.
We didn't have any sayings like that, I don't think. Not that I remember.
Well, you probably had something relative to your day. Like Netflix obviously wasn't out, so it could have been like fucking.
We used to just go hang out.
You want to go fucking kick rocks and chill?
No, we never said that. We used to go park. We used to go on the cars and park somewhere.
Park and chill.
Yep. You go sit there and freeze in the car because you couldn't leave it running because you couldn't afford the gas to keep it running to keep the heat going if it was winter time. So you fucking sit there and freeze in the car, smoke your cigarettes, and everybody was puffing away and hanging out in the car.
Fuck that.
Yeah, because you guys have it so much easier too. Like if you want a group of friends to hang out and text, blah, 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 yeah, meet you here. We had to either pick up the phone and call, or whoever had the car would just go around and pick everybody up, knock on the door. Hey, you want to come out? Hey, you want to come out? Like it was quite a lot to it back in the day.
Yeah, but I mean, like you said, it does make it easier, but then it also there's like bad.
There's good and bad for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
You lose your social skills.
Like it creates fucking weirdos. That's for sure.
Well, we had weirdos back in our day too, but maybe not as many.
Well, there's the what's it called? The something fetch.
Sound it out.
Something fetch. Anyways, somebody who appears to be somebody, but they're like an old man. Like it appears to be maybe like a 20-year-old girl, but it's like an old man trying to fucking
Oh, like catfish or something?
catfish. That's what did I say? Fetch. No.
Fetch. Here, boy, fetch.
So yeah, catfish. That's a lot
Oh yeah, that's
prominent. Like it's prominent.
that's a scary thing nowadays for kids.
Yeah.
You never
yeah.
know who you're talking to online.
So I mean that's what I'm saying. It's good and bad.
Yep.
Yours is good and bad. Bad because you had to fucking probably hang out less amount of times than people nowadays, and you had to go out and call on people and
Oh no, we hung out quite a bit. I can remember a time in high school where we were out every night through the week. Whoever had the car would come pick everybody up, and then we'd just go conservation area and park the car and sit there all night, shoot the shit, freeze our asses off. Pretty much every night.
Was there not like a house that you guys could go and hang out, like at somebody's,
Very rarely.
like the spot?
We were, that part of it where you didn't want to hang around with your parents, that's the same. We didn't want to hang around with our parents back then. You guys don't want to hang around. Well, you do now because you're an adult now. But when you're in high school, you guys didn't want to hang around with your parents. Same thing. Unless the parents were gone, then you'd party,
Yeah.
ruin the house.
Fuck. I never ruined the house.
Huh?
I never ruined the house when you guys were gone. I'd have people over, but I don't think I ever ruined that.
No, you guys are pretty good.
I drank Mom's whole bottle of wine once, though. That was pretty bad.
Did she miss it?
Probably. It was one of those good ones, the one she used to get that she really liked.
Fentanyl?
Something like the Thintadel, yeah. But yeah, it was fucking good. But I think that was the first night where I was like, holy fuck, wine messes you up. Because the day after, big hangover.
I can't drink wine. Not at all. It doesn't agree with me. Last time I drank red wine and had spaghetti for dinner with it. And then we finished spaghetti and then kept having the red wine. It was going down pretty good. I mean, at the time. And then we go home. Oh, here it comes. And I didn't even make it to the toilet. I just got to the sink.
Oh.
And when I threw up, spaghetti and everything came up, clogged the fucking sink.
That's gross.
Now it's floating full. So you're already drunk, still drunk. I had fucking a noodle that was half hanging out my nose, coming out my mouth. It was still attached, so
you could do the old like wing, 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 wing.
I could have, yeah. So I had to decide if I was going to pull it out my nose or pull it out my mouth. So I did that.
Fucking gag.
And then the sink's fucking clogged. So I'm so drunk, I just start poking it with my finger. But yeah, ever since then, no more wine for this guy. Yeah.
Fuck, that's gross. I remember this one time I was over at my buddy's house, and there was three of us, and we were drinking, and I think I had to go pee, and his bathroom was upstairs, so I went upstairs to go to his bathroom, and I couldn't find his light, his bathroom light, so on the outside. So then I get in there and I close the door. And it's already nighttime, so when I open the door and close it, I still haven't found the light yet, and it's dark. And I was drunk, so I'm like, you know, you the old feel on the wall for the light switch. I can't fucking find it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try the unspeakable. I fucking tried to pee in the dark inside of his toilet. Now, what I forgot to do, because I was probably so used to our bathroom and how I leave it, but they had the cover on the whole actual fucking toilet.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't reach down to feel. So I whip my ding dong out and I start peeing, and all I hear is and it's splashing back at me and hit my legs and hit my stomach, and I'm like, oh shit. So
that's an awful feeling.
I pissed all over the floor, all over the toilet. So what do? I finally find the light, but then I grab one of their towels. Like their shower towels, and I put the fucking shower towel on it and try to clean it up. But no, we woke up the next morning and nothing was said to us, but to my buddy whose house it was, he got in shit. He's like, somebody pissed all over their dad's like, somebody pissed all over the fucking floor and tried to use a towel to clean it up. And I'm like, oh shit, like I feel so bad. But it's weird how you just get in that state when you're drunk and you just don't give a shit what happened. You just want to kind of
well, when you get like that, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Like, you can only hold it for so long. I mean, it's not hard to tell you're my son, because the exact same thing happened to me.
Yeah.
And I was at a camping trip with a bunch of guys, and we had their parents' trailer, and middle of the night, drinking tons of beer. I had to go, man. I had to go. And I'm not familiar with his trailer, so I make it to their bathroom. And, you know, trailer bathrooms are small to begin with, right? So I get in there. Same thing. Can't find the fucking light switch. Can't find it. I found the toilet. Well, it's got to be ready to go, right? So I had to go. So I whip it out and I start going. Well, then, like you said, you hear it hitting that lid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, my God. So at what's point? What do you do, right?
Yeah,
so now... like, it's going everywhere. You try to open the lid up, and you can't stop. You can't stop midstream.
Say, once you get going, you can't stop.
Oh, man.
It's not like you can pinch it off or something.
No, especially when you've had a belly full of beer. You cannot stop that. Once you go in, it's got to go. Like, but what a mess. What a mess.
It is a mess. I'm just lucky. I guess I didn't have to fucking clean it up.
Oh, fuck.
Partial cleaned it up with a towel.
Yeah, I've heard some horror stories. Guys going in their hamper and sink full of dishes, eh?
Yeah, I've heard some stories. Actually, somebody we know as well that pissed in the hamper. But it's like, how do you even think that's the toilet? That they actually thought it was like the bathroom and the toilet and stuff like that.
I don't know. Maybe they're so drunk and they see.
Sorry about that, folks. Our camera shut off again. We need to actually figure out what the problem is and actually fix it.
Man, that's fucking irritating.
It is irritating. It must be a setting on the camera, but that's fine. It's our second podcast, like we've discussed off camera.
Rookies.
we're gonna some little things that we're gonna have to resolve, but actually that reminds me what I wanted to start off by saying when we started the podcast, but we kind of went on a tangent there. But nobody complained about it, but the video was getting all glitchy on the first one, and you guys probably noticed that, but that's just because we had a wrong SD card that wasn't fast enough, so we did get that as well.
Hopefully it fixes it.
Yeah, so hopefully it fixes it.
It might not.
Yeah, that's true. I think it will, but our next problem is this camera thing that shuts off, and we have to keep an eye on it. And there's probably going to be people that are camera savvy that are watching this that are like, oh, you just need to do this and this. You guys are stupid, blah, blah, blah. But we're rookies, like you said. So.
Hopefully they comment then.
Yeah, we're fucking learning.
Let us know.
Yeah, tell us what to do, because we need fucking help.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really know where we left off, but we were talking about drunk stories, so maybe it was a good time to move on.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever had happen while you've been sleeping?
When I've been sleeping?
Yeah. Something wake you up or weird noise or anything?
It's a good question. I can't, honestly, I probably can't think of anything off this moment, because what it would probably be would happen at a friend's house or something, but I can't remember anything specific. Why?
I've had a bunch of them.
Yeah, I know, that's probably why you were asking, because you wanted me to ask you.
Well, your mom, she used to like get into these dreams where she would, I don't know if she got so deeply into these dreams she started acting them out, but it was like one time I'm sleeping and then she sits up and she turns to look at me and she punches me. And then she says, well, why don't you go in there and fuck her then? And then she lies down and goes to sleep. And I'm like lying there, just got socked, thinking,
Jesus
what the
Christ.
fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
So I'm asking her. She doesn't wake up. She doesn't talk to me. And the worst thing is she doesn't even remember that she did it the next morning.
Jesus.
It's almost like a sleepwalking thing. And it happened again where I'm sleeping. And you know how you get that feeling that, something's in front of your face. Even when you're sleeping, you get some sort of sensation. So I wake up and there is your mom on top of me with her hand going like this over my face.
Huh.
Yeah, imagine that, waking to that up at like 3 a.m, right?
Putting a fucking spell on you or something.
Casting a freaking spell. So I walk her fucking hand. I said, what in the fuck you doing? I kind of knocked her over. And she just kind of looked at me like really weird. Like this.
Keep your mouth against the mic. Then.
Like this?
Yeah, there you go.
And then she just kind of rolled over and went to sleep. And she doesn't remember she's to this day, she thinks I'm lying when I tell that story, but it is 100% true. 100%. She did it. It freaked me out. I couldn't fall asleep. I slept with one eye open the rest of that night. I could not fall back asleep. I was scared shitless.
Wow. Yeah, that's weird.
Like she was possessed or something.
Yeah, nothing weird like that has happened to me.
But since we moved out to this house in the country, I mean, people that don't live out in the country, if you live in the city, when you live out in the country, it gets so dark out here because we don't have like the street lights and everything that you have in town, right? So and it's dark. But we live right next to the forest here and stuff, so we have our windows open quite a bit at night when we're sleeping, and the weird animal sounds you hear at night.
Yeah.
Like we have what they call a fisher cat here, and when it's going off in the woods at night, you would swear it's a goddamn baby crying.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of the woods.
Yes.
It's the freakiest thing you've ever heard. If you ever want to look it up, folks, look up the sound of a fisher cat. It'll freak you right out. And they're a vicious little fucking thing, apparently.
Yeah, apparently they are.
Yeah.
I heard that too on the internet, yeah.
Yeah. So we got one of them. I haven't seen it, only heard it at night. But amongst all the other stuff out there, coyotes.
Yeah, it's a crazy amount of wildlife we have here compared to where we were.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Turkey on our front lawn, deer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Pretty awesome. We love it out here.
So my buddy wanted me to tell this on the podcast. So I was over at his house the other night, and his parents are over as well, and they're having a couple drinks or whatever. And me and his parents have a good relationship or whatever. So I'm sitting there and sitting on his chair beside his couch, and his mom's off with his girlfriend doing whatever, and it's kind of just the boys sitting around the couch. And then I see in the corner of my eye, she starts dancing to the music, we're listening to music or whatever. So I was like, not thinking of anything of it. And a couple minutes later, I hear a noise, like a ripping noise. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And at this point, my hand was close to my face, and she's got a roll of duct tape, and she's got the duct tape over my face, and she's going around my head. She goes around my head like 10 times, and she duct tapes my fucking arm to my face. And it got to the point where it got tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, and I couldn't move my arm. And then at this point, I'm shaved now, but at this point, I had like a decent sized beard for November. And taking this fucking tape off my face, it was ripping, and I'm sure you've had that experience.
Oh, I can just imagine.
Sticky, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, holy fuck. And our two names, mine and my buddy, are both Jake. So we call each other by our last name, and so does his parents. So she's like, oh, Peter, I'm sorry or whatever. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, it was a prank. It was funny. It was a joke. I got it. It was funny. But just know payback is a bitch, right?
Oh, yeah. Something's coming back.
Yes, for sure. So the next time I was over there, which actually was like a couple of days later, me and my buddy were chatting, and he's like, you know what, we can get them back right now. So we brought a roll of duct tape because we wanted to keep it kind of the same. We didn't want to go above and beyond and kind of do something way above the standard of them duct taping my hand to my face. So we brought a roll of duct tape up to their place, and we started taping everything to everywhere. I taped their TV remote to the fridge. We taped shit to the floor.
Shit to the floor?
Yep. Literal shit. We both took a shit and taped it. Taped it to the floor, yeah. Good thing it was rock hard. It would have smudged everywhere.
Yeah, what a mess.
I put duct tape across their sink so they couldn't open or turn the tap on and have water in their sink. And then they have a chair, and we grabbed the chair and we put the chair up against their front window, and we fucking duct taped their chair 5 feet up in the air against the window.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah. And apparently they thought it was funny, so then they also said that they're going to get me back. So I think I started a prank war with them.
Yeah, you think you did. I wonder what they're going to do to you now.
I hope nothing too bad. I said to my buddy there, I said, don't touch my car. Like, tell them not to touch my car.
Anything but the car.
Yeah. Well, I mean, good thing I'm putting it away, but...
Yeah, we got to get that put away soon, actually, because it won't be long snow on the ground and stay on the ground.
Yeah, comment down below what your guys' favorite part of Christmas is. I'm a big Christmas guy. Like, I don't give a shit about the gifts or whatever, but it's more like I said, the nostalgic feel of having this holiday to spend time with family and the movie, like movies. I love Christmas
movies, yeah. Some
Home
are really
Alone,
good.
fucking classic.
Yep. Even though we've seen them like hundreds of times, doesn't matter.
I don't give a shit. Yeah, Home Alone. The first one's the best.
Yeah.
Also, comment down below what your favorite Christmas movie is. I'm actually kind of curious to see what that is. Mine would what would yours be?
My favorite?
Yeah.
You don't know what my favorite Christmas movie is? Take a guess. You should know this.
Is it the one with Arnold? Is that a Christmas one?
Well, yeah, that is one of my... It's not my favorite, though. My favorite
it's not Die Hard, is it?
No.
That's a Christmas movie. Don't look at me like that.
That's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, he's in the fucking hotel during Christmas.
Yeah.
Anyways,
my favorite is The Polar Express.
Why?
Yeah. I love that movie.
I don't.
You don't?
No. I think it's long and it's stupid. The whole movie, they're on a train.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Going to the North Pole.
Yeah. Home Alone. He's Home Alone. He's a kid Home Alone. He sets up his house like a booby trap and saves his life from fucking two robbers trying to rob him. And it's funny. It's comedic. But you choose Polar Express over that.
Yeah. I like Jingle All the Way too. That's good. But I don't know. For some reason, that Polar Express movie, it takes me back. Kid memories, I guess.
Oh, fair enough.
It's probably what it is.
Hit you in your feels.
Yeah. And what?
In your feels.
What's that?
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
More slang, eh?
Yeah.
You kids these
The
days.
fucking generation slang. But yeah, I especially, I think, if you could say like Halloween movies, Christmas movies, I think out of all that, Christmas movies would have been my favorite.
Yep.
And like the food, oh my god, Christmas Day, shrimp, fucking all these finger snacks.
Yeah, that's what we're
finger
doing this year.
foods, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing all that stuff this year.
Good.
No turkey this year. It's
I
all
hate turkey.
gonna be crab's legs and wings and shrimp and stuff like that. So, because I don't think your brother and sister aren't here for dinner this year. They're only here for brunch. Then they have to go.
That's all right.
Yeah. So it'd just be you, me, and Mom for dinner.
What else is new?
But yeah, no, it's
And then the New Year, like New Year's Eve. I think that's what brings, like, makes Christmas, like, finalizes it. It's like the cherry on top is New Year's Eve.
yeah.
And you can be, like, having family over or friends, having some drinks, and then staying up till 12 and popping off fucking, like, confetti or whatever at midnight there. Yeah. I think the holidays, Christmas specifically, is a good time of year. I hated working at somewhere where we were open for Christmas. Or no,
Yeah.
we weren't. Sorry, we weren't open for Christmas. We were open every day except for Christmas. So you would have to work the day before Christmas, the day after Christmas.
Well, isn't Timmy's isn't open?
No, it's the only day they're closed.
They're open New Year's Day though.
It's their only day they're closed is Christmas.
Yeah.
So when I said that, what part of you was like, okay, I'm gonna ask them if they're open this day?
I hadn't processed that yet. Fucking dickhead.
Maybe before you
Yeah.
ask your next question,
Fucking
if I could process that shit.
You know, this New Year's is like, I always think there's like a choice for New Year's. Like, you either gonna stay up late New Year's Eve and party and get as shit faced, but then your next day is like done because you're gonna be hungover and laid up all day recovering, or you take it easy New Year's Eve, you have a couple of drinks, and then you're good for the next day, and then you get the whole next day. Like, it's a tough decision.
It is, but I think if you are to drink, start early. Pace yourself.
Pace
right?
yourself, yeah.
Then if you start at 12 o'clock and it's 9 o'clock at night, still early for some people, but you're already kind of drunk, like pretty drunk because you started at 12, but you've been pacing yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like the hangover is a lot less
Yeah.
when you do it that way.
You know, and I find, like, because I've gotten older now or whatever, I don't really, very rarely I get to the point. I can't even fucking talk.
I'm old now, whatever. Yeah, fuck it.
I very rarely get to the point where, you know, that I can't remember what I was doing, or I can't function, or,
Holy shit.
you know what
Those nights are, it's like the movie The Hangover. Like, they forget a bunch of shit, but
Yeah.
it's like,
It's not good.
You know it was a crazy night.
Yeah, it's not good having, like, that's when you know you've had way too much, when you can't remember the night before. Like,
Yeah.
I had a couple of them, and I was like, I swear I had a hangover for like a week or more after some of them. Like, it takes a while. Like, when you get older, it takes longer to from that shit too.
No, I feel that. I feel the 2-day hangover sometimes. I remember when we went to Dominican there, that was a time where I fucking forgot. Probably more than one night, but one night stood out the most because, so you obviously know they had the club open or whatever, right? So
Yeah, the after hours club.
yeah, we're at a resort and they have obviously the club, and I was there every fucking night. I made sure I was there every night. And the funniest thing is, the first day we were there, you remember that when we went out for dinner?
Yep.
And
Yo, you were shit faced.
I was already fucking trashed. My head was in my arms. I was like crying at the dinner table. I don't even know what about, but that night I made it to the club.
Yeah.
But it was a separate night when we went. I think it was Kristen and I, and I met two people down there. So we were kind of hanging out or whatever. But it got to the point where we were leaving, and I remember leaving, but then I also remember walking back into the club. And then that's where I don't remember leaving again.
Oh,
right?
really?
So I wake up. I got no shirt on, no socks. I'm in my boxers. Typical wake up scenario for me. I'm always in my boxers when I sleep. All right. I'm feeling pretty shitty right now, but that's expected. I just drank a whole shit ton the day before.
Yeah.
So then I get up. I'm looking at the nightstand there they have in the room, and I'm like, all right, where's my phone? So I get up, put pants on, and walking around. I walk to the bathroom. My fucking bathroom, you know, like they have the big walk-in shower and no door, right? So it's all open. My bathroom has fucking 2 inches of water on the floor by the sink. By the bidet, inside the shower. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Then I look down. My phone is out of its case and submerged in this water.
Wow.
So I'm like, what the fuck happened? So I'm like freaking out at this point. Like, somebody could have raped me, right? And I wouldn't have fucking known. So I was like, what
Did
happened?
you check your phone? Maybe there's pictures.
There wasn't. But I saw the boys the same day there where I found everything on the floor. And I asked them. And they have no idea what happened to me afterwards, but they were the ones that brought me to my room because I was so fucked up.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's what they told me. They're like, you were like so fucked up. We made sure you got to your room, blah, blah, blah. I was like, holy shit. Like, people, and that's why it's amazing to have
Lucky.
good connections with people sometimes, because I met these guys at a fucking resort. They could have left me to get in shit or anything, get beat up. Like, I know it's a resort. None of that maybe have happened, but I'm just saying they could have left me for anything, right? But no, they took the time of their night after being drunk themselves to walk me to my room. Like, it's pretty cool. But
that is. You're lucky.
I am lucky. But I think it was kind of funny that I woke up and I had no idea. Like, what did I have, a fucking water party in my room?
Did you ever
turn the taps on? Like,
sometimes you get flashbacks. Did you ever get any flashbacks about it?
No.
Even to this day, eh?
No.
Nothing.
It's still a blur, and it still bugs me because I want to know. Like, what if I did something? I just spat all over my mic. What if I did something fucking like funny, or what if I fucking banged a bunch of chicks at one night? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you want to know?
You would want to remember, right?
Yeah. I don't fucking remember a thing.
Oh, who knows? Like, alcohol might have that similar compound in it that the hospitals have to make you, like, they have stuff in a hospital to make you forget too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because when I had to go for my hernia surgery, before the surgery started, and I was on the table and they were ready to put me out, the surgeon said, he says, well, we're going to wake you up halfway through when we think we've got it fixed and get you to move your legs and stuff. But you're going to be in so much pain that you're not going to remember it. We're going to make you forget that we woke you up. And I was like, what?
Damn.
You can do that? Right? What else are they going to do when, you know, what I can't remember? Like,
yeah.
makes you think, like, you're at their mercy.
You fucking measure the diameter of your asshole at that point. Wake up and it's bigger.
That's when you go to the dentist and they knock you out. You wake up, you better rinse like no other.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Fucking mouthwash and...
You're pretty safe there, but you're lucky in that resort because in a foreign country like that, even on a resort, you don't know. You don't know.
I know,
like,
right?
when you're out by yourself, like, you shouldn't have been out by yourself like that, really.
Every night I was.
Wasn't very smart.
Apparently it was. I had a good fucking time.
Yeah, well, you're lucky.
Call me lucky. A horseshoe up my ass, but it was fun. First time ever at a resort, and I was fucking going
It was
hard.
It was fun. It was fun. You were pretty wasted at that dinner table, though. I was starting to think, oh my god,
this is how this fucking
this whole trip's gonna be. We gotta get some food into this kid.
Fuck.
You were getting better once we got food into you.
You're fucking moving away. Yeah, whose kid is this?
Yeah.
Who brought him?
He brought this guy.
But the thing was, you gotta give it to me. The day after, every night, like I said, I was at the club every fucking night. The day after, I was up.
Yeah.
Not early.
No, we'd see you come to the pool. Mom and I would be out at the pool early. We'd have breakfast, then we'd go to the pool. We were waiting there. You'd show up around 11.
No, 10, 11. No later than 11.
See you coming out. Sit down. Tell us about your night.
Yeah. On repeat every fucking day. But yeah. And then once you start drinking again, it's...
Yeah, right. We were drinking again before noon. They were opening up the bars and stuff, so...
Yeah.
By the pool, that's the best thing about a resort. Like, you gotta...
Swim up bar.
Like a marathon.
And this resort, by the way, it's Breathless in Punta Cana we went to. Now, this is for, like... I guess you could say, like, party people, but you guys wanted to take us there because it was our first vacation, our first time going to resort, and you guys wanted us to have fun. which I thought was amazing because you guys did an excellent choice of picking this resort because it was cool. Like there was, like I said, swim up bar, there was a club, whatever it was for, like my age group.
Yeah.
But there also had like,
there was DJs at the pool all day.
yeah, like on the stands and shit like that, but foam in the pool. But
Yeah.
you know what my favorite night was actually? Was the white beach party.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was a sweet night. Like, on the beach, you're by the water in Punta Cana. You got this big stage with a DJ. You got lights. You got
Dancers.
dancers, Punta Cana dancers,
Yeah.
Dominican dancers. Yeah, it was a good experience. But that's what life's all about, right? It's
Yeah.
experience.
Making memories.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we were happy to freaking take you guys down there. We had an awesome time too, even though it wasn't geared toward our age group. There was a couple people there our age group, but we did our thing. You guys did your thing. It all worked out.
Yeah.
It was great. Food was good.
Only a few
was good.
hiccups here and there, but
Yeah. Oh well.
that comes with a vacation, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, just like those trips to Florida we used to take and those long drives down there.
I hated those. I was always stuck in the fucking middle. And then I get promised by the other two, oh yeah, we'll switch with you. We'll switch with you. And then they wouldn't. So I'm trying to like lean on one of them because I'm stuck in this fucking middle seat and I can't move, not comfy. I try to lean on one, have some covers from the other. No, they wouldn't have it. It fucking sucked.
But it was worth it when you got down there.
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, I had to go through that whole fucking process of driving up there, but
Yeah. I don't know if I'd ever drive down there again. If I did, it would have to be for like an RV or something so you can relax while somebody else is driving. Like, it's a long fucking drive. Like,
yeah, I mean the plane ride's only what, like 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
But it's, I'd probably fly maybe.
You got to go to Vegas.
I want to go to Vegas, yes.
I've been telling you. Well, I've been saying that we all should go to Vegas for how long now? Ever since I was little.
Mm.
And I finally I got to go, and it was really cool.
Yeah, well, we could all go, but I'm not paying for everybody this time.
That's fine.
Everybody's paying themselves.
That's fine.
But yeah, Vegas.
Fucking go to Vegas anytime. Is there anything you wanted to talk about? Anything you wanted to say to me or to?
No, we're just rolling along here. It's good.
Okay.
It's good. I had a couple of funny stories about your mom there, about if we ever got into talking about dreams. Sometimes I have some funny dreams and then make the mistake of telling your mom about these dreams. And then she turns around on me. Like this one time I had this dream that we were in Vegas, funny enough, and we're standing on the road there, the strip, I guess you call it, looking at everything, checking it out, and this car rolls up, and this guy gets out, and this is in my dream, right? The guy gets out, and he says, your mom, hey, do you want to go for a private tour of Vegas? I'll take you out and show you the town, blah, blah, blah. And she says, sure. And she gets right in the car with the guy, and leaves me standing there, and I'm like, what in the fuck's going on here? So then they just take off, and they leave me there. So I made the mistake of telling your mom I had this dream, and of course she just says, oh, you're a freaking idiot. Why are you having a dream like that? So then, I don't know, a week or so goes by, and she's in the kitchen. She's upstairs making salad or something, and she's got this big cucumber, and she's peeling the plastic off of it, And me being me, I go up and I smack her on the ass, and I said, hey, what's that remind you of? And she looks at me, and she goes, Vegas. I mean, I had to fucking laugh. That was a good one. Like,
that was funny.
She got me good. She's got a great sense of humor, eh? Like,
Yeah, she does.
it's no wonder, like, like it was attracted to her. Like, her sense of humor is like so similar to ours. Like, she just doesn't. She holds back quite a bit, but she's got a good sense of humor.
She does have a good sense of humor, yeah. She's more serious than... I shouldn't even say that. She's not even more serious. She has her times. But yeah, I definitely think that's why I am the way I am, is because I think I got both of your guys' sense of humor, and I can joke around with both of you.
Yeah, you got a good sense of humor.
As the other two, they can only joke around with one of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can make you and mom laugh.
Yeah.
But I feel like the other two maybe not as much. And I'm not just saying that to boast, like... It's fucking Star Child here.
Yeah, this ain't a competition.
Well, if it was, I'd be fucking losing.
Oh, Jesus, here we go. All three of you are different. That's all. That's the bottom line. All three of you are different. You have different characteristics, and
We love y'all, but we love y'all differently.
that's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. It's horseshit.
Love you all the same.
And none of you parents out there vouch for him because it's fucking horseshit.
Love you all the same. Kids are kids. You love your kids no matter how.
You have a favorite.
No, I do
Everybody
not.
does.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
No favorites.
I'm gonna call somebody over now. Trent,
He'll tell you.
I'm gonna look at you in the eyes.
Nope.
I'm looking. Well, I can't.
He'll
really,
tell you.
I can't really look at you in the eyes, but I'm looking at the camera right now, Trent. You have a favorite. I know you do.
No, he does not.
He does.
I bet you he does not.
Why? Because he says to you that he doesn't.
Oh, what parent would have a favorite kid?
You don't think there's a parent out there that has a favorite kid?
I wouldn't think so. How could you?
Maybe not like where you would verbally say it, but deep down, you know, when you have your own thoughts, yeah, you're like, yeah, I like that kid more. And it's not to be rude to the other two. It's just like, and it might not even be a thought that you know how you hear your own voice in your head. It might not even be something like that. It could just be a feeling, and you know it sometimes. And it's like, I can vibe with this kid more than this kid. Let me do more stuff with this kid. You know what I mean? I bet you there is.
You might have more in common with one of your kids than you do in the other ones, but it doesn't mean that it's your favorite. Just means that you have more in common.
I bet you there's more parents out there than you think that have a favorite kid.
Maybe. I don't. Scotty dude.
I know. It was just hard growing up sometimes. You know what I mean? Like being the youngest child and shit like that.
Yep, for sure. I get it.
But
I was youngest growing up. I mean, I only had one brother, no other siblings, but being the youngest one, yeah, it was tough. They were under the shadow.
yeah, basically.
Right?
Basically, yeah. Well, we don't have to get into that. That's good to be another podcast conversation. We were going so good.
Yeah, you might have to edit that out.
No.
Bit of a downer. Debbie Downer.
So yeah, Christmas, 24 days. New Year's, 30 days.
That's
Carry one. New Year's, yeah, around 30 days, about a month. Actually, yeah, it's 30 days. Today is the 1st. And then 2021. Do you have any...
let's hope it's better than fucking 2020.
well, yeah, we can cross our fingers. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
No, well, yeah, maybe I want to drop a couple pounds, cut on my
Snacking?
snacking, have some portion control. Yeah, I snack too much.
You are admitting that now.
Yeah, I know. I've
Well, then
always
why-
known. I just like
Why do
giving
you
you like
argue?
because you're always on me.
I'm trying to help you.
Freaking call me
Gunter.
always eating. But you got like I don't know. I got into this habit where we get comfy, watch a TV, and you reach for snacks, and before you know it, the whole bag of chips is gone. Or,
But my thing is, like, you will have a strong opinion and been like, oh, all I need is pistachios. If I got pistachios, that's all I'll need. And then you argue about it. And look at you nodding your head right now. But what it was the other night that you have pistachios and you reach for a bag of chips?
oh, the pistachios are gone.
No, they weren't. They were right there on your fucking table.
I get tired of eating just pistachios.
Well, don't say that you're okay with just pistachios, because now Mom should not buy any chips, only for me and her maybe, and then
Well,
leave you out.
Here's the problem, though. We're coming to the holidays, like you said, and
That's your excuse for everything.
it's food season.
My fucking birthday's coming up. It's food season.
Cookies. She's gonna be baking
What is it
Christmas
not?
cookies and stuff.
When is it not food season?
Yeah, summertime. It's
Oh,
booze season.
I want her to make those like Christmas tree ones.
Huh?
The Christmas tree ones.
Christmas tree ones.
Yeah, they're like white cookie with a Christmas tree symbol in it.
Oh.
Like the old the ones that you fucking cut and throw them on the tray. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
They come in the log,
Oh yeah.
and then you take the plastic off the log,
Right.
and then you cut it up.
I know the one you mean now.
Yeah, cookie dough ones. But anyways,
No, she's making them from scratch.
I know she'll make the raspberry, the jam one, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
That one's really good. Oh, another interruption. We really need to figure that out. But I think
Yeah.
that's the time where we're going to end it. Before we go, we're probably going to have some final thoughts here. What are your final thoughts? Any final thoughts? You have any final thoughts, or I'm putting you on the spot?
I don't have any final thoughts right now.
Well, I would just like to say, like I said at the beginning, I appreciate all you guys for viewing this,
Yep.
And giving us a chance and supporting us. Because, like we said, this is the start of our journey, and we're gonna have some hiccups, like we just did with the camera. But all that's gonna be resolved.
Oh, we never got to your dating advice. What advice did you want for dating?
That's too late now, Dad. We're ending the fucking podcast, and I didn't want any advice. But if you did enjoy this podcast, this video, give us a like. Subscribe to our channel. First day, we got 11 subscribers.
Nice.
That's pretty good, right?
Very good.
And then within not even 24 hours, we got over 120 views, which is pretty good for a first video on a channel because you're so hidden in YouTube, right? The algorithm and stuff like that. So we did really good.
That's awesome.
But yeah, like I said, I appreciate every single one of you. If you like the video, give us a subscribe. And this is episode 2 of Generation Gap. It'll be coming out Saturday. You guys are going to be seeing this Saturday. And then, yeah, we're going from there.
Hopefully it has no glitches.
Yeah, the video glitches. I hope so, too. I'm sure the SD card will be all right. But, yeah, we're good, right?
We're good.
All right. Peace
Peace
out.
out.
Peace out, Girl
Love yous.
Scout.